style, scoring twice as Arsenal secured a dominant 4-1 victory over Tottenham. His performance earned him the Man of the Match award from Gary Neville after an outstanding display. Former Manchester United assistant manager Mick Brown told Football Insider that Arteta's decision to adopt a more direct approach significantly benefited Gyokeres. Gyokeres is at his most dangerous when making runs in behind defenders and engaging physically with centre-backs. However, when Arsenal control possession for long spells in advanced areas, he can sometimes drift out of games. Against Spurs, teammates were instructed to look for early balls over the top and into the channels, allowing him to exploit space. This approach caused major problems for Radu Dragusin and the Tottenham defense. Viktor Gyokeres thrives under tactical shift. Brown previously revealed in October that Arteta had been satisfied with Gyokeres' overall contribution, even beyond his goal-scoring output. But the slight shift from Arsenal's typical possession-heavy style, combined with Tottenham's high defensive line, allowed the striker to flourish in the North London derby. According to Brown, Gyokeres produced his finest performance in an Arsenal shirt, largely because of the freedom he was given. Arsenal often dominate the ball high up the pitch, leading to crowded attacking areas with midfielders pushing forward and wingers drifting inside. That congested setup does not suit Gyokeres' strengths. At Coventry and Sporting, he excelled when attacking space behind defenders, battling physically and operating in the channels. Against Tottenham, he was clearly encouraged to make those runs, with teammates playing passes around the corner and over the top. He took full advantage, particularly with his second goal, where he outmuscled his marker. Arteta's tactical modification, at least for this fixture, helped silence doubts about the striker. If Arsenal continue to play in this way, many of the concerns surrounding Gyokeres could quickly fade. Eberechi Ez also benefits from Arteta's tweaks. Gyokeres is not the only high-profile signing who has faced scrutiny. Eberechi Ez has also been questioned over his consistency under Arteta. In December, Brown suggested the Arsenal manager had an important decision to make regarding Eze's role in the starting imbalance. However, the England international has responded impressively. He recorded 2 assists in the FA Cup victory over Wigan before scoring twice against Tottenham. After the derby win, Arteta admitted he is beginning to understand how to maximize Eze's qualities. Unlike Martin Odegaard, Eze offers a different, creative profile in midfield. Adjusting the tactical structure to better suit his style has led to noticeable improvement. Controversy over disallowed goal. The match was not without controversy. Randall Kolo Muani saw a goal ruled out during Tottenham's 4-1 defeat, a decision that former PGMOL chief and ex-FIFA referee Keith Hackett believes was incorrect. With Arsenal leading 2-1 thanks to goals from Eze and Gyokeres, Kolo Muani appeared to have scored his second of the afternoon in the 54th minute. However, referee Peter Banks disallowed the effort after what Hackett described as an exaggerated fall from Gabriel Magalhaes. Arsenal's attacking duo eventually completed their braces, sealing Spurs' 12th Premier League defeat of the season, and leaving them 16th in the table with 11 games remaining. Randall Kolo Muani, penalized as Gabriel Magalhaes' fall influences decision, speaking exclusively to Football Insider. The former referee expressed frustration after Randall Kolo Muani's goal was ruled out for an alleged push on Arsenal's number 6. He questioned the consistency of such decisions, suggesting the incident did not warrant a foul. He explained that the referee's key decision should have been whether the Arsenal defender was backing into the attacker. What made the situation particularly frustrating, he argued, is that physical grappling often goes unpunished, yet a minimal coming together like this resulted in a disallowed goal. He added that pushes typically involve a bent arm that extends outward, whereas in this case the arm remained straight, with the player merely maintaining balance and space. Such inconsistencies, he said, understandably leave spectators confused about refereeing standards. Igor Tudor risks angering Spurs, fans with Arsenal. praised Tottenham were second best in almost every department during the North London derby, including when it came to marginal refereeing calls at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. However, it may have been Igor Tudor's post-match remarks that frustrated supporters most. The new Spurs manager described Arsenal as the best team in the world at this moment, a comment unlikely to sit well with fans who had just witnessed a 4-1 defeat to their fiercest rivals. While many managers may privately share that opinion, after facing the Gunners, hearing it publicly, especially after a heavy derby loss, is not what Tottenham supporters want from their new head coach. Tudor already faces a significant rebuilding task, and the fallout from the derby has only increased the pressure. Noni Madueke shows support as Raheem Sterling makes Feyenoord debut. Raheem Sterling received a message of encouragement from former teammate Noni Madueke after making his debut for Feyenoord on Sunday. Sterling joined the Dutch side on a free transfer on 12th of February after mutually agreeing to terminate his contract with Chelsea. Although clubs such as Everton, West Ham, and Fulham were reportedly interested late in the transfer window, he opted for a move to the Eredivisie instead. The 31-year-old made his first competitive appearance in nearly 9 months when Feyenoord faced Telstar. Coming off the bench, he played 29 minutes in a 2-1 victory and later shared his joy on social media about returning to action. Sterling is aiming to rebuild momentum in the latter stages of his career after struggling for regular opportunities during a loan spell at Arsenal. On his Feyenoord debut, he won a foul and completed 8 passes, though he will need time to regain full sharpness as the club targets a top 3 finish in the league. Posting on Instagram after the match, Sterling wrote, "Back on the pitch, and I can only thank you, Lord. Thank you, Feyenoord fans, for all the love and support. Massive 3 points." Madueke responded warmly with, "Happy for you, brother," accompanied by a red heart emoji. Gabriel Jesus also reacted with praying and clapping emojis in support. Sterling addresses England. Future. Despite feeling he still has much to offer at club level, Sterling's international prospects appear uncertain. His most recent of 82 caps for England national football team came during their 2022 World Cup quarter-final defeat to France. There had been speculation about a possible recall after his former manager Thomas Tuchel, who signed him for Chelsea in 2022, took charge of England last year. However, a reunion at this summer's World Cup seems increasingly unlikely. When asked following his Feyenoord debut whether he had spoken to Tuchel, Sterling responded simply, "I haven't spoken with him. Just keep playing football. That's what's most important." Arsenal's summer signing Ebereki Eze once again delivered a standout performance against the club. He almost joined in 2025, Tottenham Hotspur. But pundit Wayne Rooney has admitted he is not fully convinced by what he has seen from the England international this season. The 27-year-old was handed only his second start in Arsenal's last 12 Premier League matches during Sunday's trip to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Earlier in the campaign, he had scored a hat-trick in the reverse fixture, and while he did not repeat that feat this time, he still struck twice as the Gunners secured another 4-1 victory, coincidentally in Igor Tudor's first game in charge of Spurs. With club captain Martin Odegaard deemed fit enough only for a place on the bench, Eze was given the nod in the number 10 role. His display has reignited debate over whether he should be Arsenal's first-choice playmaker for the remainder of their title push. Speaking on the latest episode of The Wayne Rooney Show on BBC, Rooney expressed some reservations. While acknowledging Eze's impact in both Tottenham matches, 5 goals across the 2 fixtures, he argued that the midfielder's overall consistency has not been strong enough this season. Rooney suggested that although limited opportunities can make it difficult for a player to build rhythm, top performers must seize their chances and make themselves impossible to ignore. In his view, Eze has not consistently produced the level of performance required to displace Odegaard permanently. As club captain, Odegaard naturally holds significant influence, and Rooney believes Eze must raise his standards week after week if he wants to cement his place in the starting Asungs. Notably, Sunday's brace marked Easy's first goals since that earlier hat-trick against Spurs in November, which supports Rooney's argument that he has struggled to maintain momentum. Following such an eye-catching display in North London, attention now turns to whether Mikel Arteta will keep faith with Easy against Chelsea next weekend or restore his captain to the starting lineup. If Easy does retain his place, he must build on this momentum by offering consistent creativity and goal threat, ideally contributing with goals or assists in the games between high-profile derby fixtures. While the former Crystal Palace star may feel extra motivation against Tottenham after nearly signing for them in the summer, excelling in just 2 matches per season is not enough.